Meanwhile, there's some relief in sight for the United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees, also known as UNRWA, which is considered to be a lifeline for 2 million people in the Gaza Strip. In the latest, the European Union has released a statement saying that humanitarian aid to Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank will continue unabated through partner organizations till a full probe is complete. Moreover, the World Health Organization has said that the current UNRWA funding row is diverting the humanitarian crisis in the Gaza Strip.
We appeal to donors not to suspend their funding to UNRWA at this critical moment. Cutting off funding will only hurt the people of Gaza, who desperately need support.
New Zealand is the latest in the list of countries that halted funding to the UNRWA following Israeli accusations that a dozen of its employees were involved with Hamas in the October 7th attack. Prime Minister Christopher Luxon said that they have paused the funding until allegations are probed. At least a dozen countries have similarly halted their funding to the UN agency and have even denied to review the decision. And they include the United States of America, Australia, the United Kingdom, Japan and Germany. Moreover, Israeli settlers were seen allegedly blocking humanitarian aid and food from entering the Gaza Strip. International aid agencies have said that they are deeply concerned and outraged at the reckless decision by major donors to cut off the funding for the UN agency. And this comes, like I mentioned earlier, after Israel accused some of its workers of taking part in the October 7th attack. Now, United Nations chief is reaching out to donors to UN agency for Palestinian refugees. That is, after 12 staffers were accused by Israel of involvement in the October 7th attacks. Several countries, including the US, France, Britain, Germany and Japan, have announced a suspension of further funding to the agency.
Critical humanitarian work that the UN does, not only in Gaza, all over the region, needs to be supported. People's lives depend on it. We are doing in parallel, taking very seriously all the allegations that have been made. We are being forward-leaning. It was UNRWA that announced this, right? They took the first step.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres met with Washington's representative to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, on Monday. Apart from donors to UNRWA, Guterres is also engaging with regional leaders such as King Abdullah of Jordan and President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi of Egypt. Israel has vowed to stop the agency's work in Gaza after the war. The country's foreign minister has said that he had also cancelled a meeting with UNRWA head, which was scheduled for later in the week.